you started on recording idea. So today, I'm going to be showing you why TDS should add Sandbox mode. So yeah, let's just get started. So I'm going to explain two things in this video. Reasons why TDS should add Sandbox mode and how it would work. So yeah. And before I start, make sure to like the video and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. My videos have been a big hit and I really just want to thank you all. So yeah. So, let's talk about some reasons why TDS should add Sandbox mode. So, first of all, it would help you test out, it'll help you test out towers. So, for example, if you I really want to test out the minigunner, but I don't want to grind and stuff. Well, of course, if you go to Sandbox mode, and it'll work. So yeah, you can test it out. Yeah, that's a really good reason for doing it, and it would be really cool. Second is testing enemies. That might sound weird, but testing enemies would really be helpful. For example, if you want to test an enemy like Keystone, let's do something like a health circle. Hold up, my dog is being very loud. So yeah, So let's say that if you want to test out a health circuit and see how strong it is. So you would spawn a health circuit and then and see if how many turrets can handle it and stuff and maybe it's 100 turrets versus that or something like that. I'm not completely sure. So yeah. And third, this one's a little bit of a minor reason, but I think this would be good for making YouTubers have to make good shorts. For example, sometimes I make shorts for my channel, but it's really hard to do it when there's zombies trying to fight stuff and stuff. So it's really annoying. So when I do Sandbox mode, I can make it so that no zombies spawn. That'd be nice. And last reason, testing out certain rounds. So you could test it. So let's say if Sandbox mode had a round thing, say you could spawn a round. That'd be nice. So let's say if I wanted to test round 27, because I don't know, I just want to test it. Well, I could be I don't know, I round something, and then boom, it'll be that round. So yeah, that is going to be some of the reasons of why we should add Sandbox mode. So now, let's talk about how Sandbox mode would work. First of all, so there'd be a voting system when you are doing solo. Actually, it would be kind of hard to do the voting system. So the voting system will work like this. Let's say there's one player, then that'd be pretty easy. They just vote for it and then yeah. However, if there's multiple players, here's how it would work. So there would be, let's say that people are just voting randomly and then someone just decides to vote Sandbox mode. So then there would be an option popping on the screen for the other players being do you want to do Sandbox mode with this person? They say yes, they'll go into another server with that Sandbox mode. If they don't, then they will stay in that server. So yeah, that is how Sandbox mode will work for voting. That will solve a lot of problems for stuff but what if someone just doesn't want to do Sandbox mode and stuff? I think that'd be a really good idea, because some people just don't want to do Sandbox mode, and I can see why they don't want to. Sometimes they're just grinding. So let's get into the first part. Spawning units. So, here's how you spawn units. You can either do two things. One, you can sand check I, exclamation point unit link. Or you can click this thing on the side that says place. That just shows the top load of the zombie icon. And this would only work with people who can't chat or they turn a setting on. And you can like type in a little thing. They'll say they'll type and be like, oh. And then you can just like type in what like thing you want to spawn in, and then yes. So I think that is a good system. So yeah. Now let's talk about enemies. The enemies will kind of be the same. Like instead of like being like enemies are actually instead of being units, they'll actually be like enemies, like they are on your side, and units will be on your side. So yeah, cash is kind of the same thing, but it's cash. And you can also do a negative cash system. But now I want to talk about towers. So towers will also be in sandbox mode. Wait, what? You might be saying? Well, towers, you can actually pick from towers. So again, there will be this little thing on the side that shows like a turret icon. I just chose turret, but it can also be any sort of symbol. And no, you cannot change that in sandbox mode. That'd be a little weird, to be fair. So, yeah. Alright. So, yeah. The cash system, there's also a negative cash system. And lastly, round spawning. You can spawn different rounds. You can just say, I'm round blank blank blank. That's gonna be a little weird. Not weird, I don't know how it would work. Yeah, I think that would be a good working system to make it a little fair. Alright, so, yeah. I think that's about everything. But, so, yeah. And by the way, when you enter sandbox mode, there aren't, any, like, that's not like normal mode where, like, you just have to do stuff and stuff. To play and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna go here. So, yeah, you start with the same amount of money that you can say, I money, and stuff, and money, and stuff, and